I love your outfit. The purse, everything. Yeah, it is. Super cute.
Yeah, alright, well, welcome to potentially our third video in this series from the Disney Magic. Today we are arriving, or actually we have just literally arrived at Lighthouse Point at Lookout Key. And I say that because the engines literally just cut off. What's really great about a room service breakfast here on Disney is that it's actually included in the price of your cruise. You don't have to pay anything extra for it. As much as you want to order from the little ticket, we actually explained this in the last video, so if you haven't watched that yet, go back and check that out. We're having a room service breakfast in the room so that we can just take the time to eat as we like, get ready, lather up with sunblock because it's going to be super, super hot today at Lookout Key. La, 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 la. Every year we host a group cruise where our community actually gets to sail with us, and it's always such a blast. We have done 5 so far, and the next one is on Disney Cruise Line's Disney Fantasy from May 20th to the 24th of 2026. We do nightly meetups, group excursions, and even some dinners together. It's seriously one of the best ways to travel and make some new friends. So if you want to be a part of the next adventure, just check out the link in the description down below. Alrighty everybody, we have made our way out here on deck 4 so that we can get a little look out here at the island. There's not much to see because it's pretty flat. There are the infamous wagons, where we've heard a lot that if you don't get one right away, obviously you're going to have to sit and wait for one, but they do have a bunch of wagons down there on the other side as well, so I'm assuming everybody's going to be getting off the ship at forward and aft gangways. And I think one other thing that we were kind of expecting, at some point them to put up some type of like cover here along the pier, but it still doesn't seem like that has happened, and maybe it won't happen, I don't know. Luckily it's overcast right now, so hopefully once we all get off and start walking, it's not going to be super warm. But you know, I can imagine that if there's no clouds in the sky, it's going to be a hot one walking out across there. Alright, we have made it off the ship. It is 8:35. There is the Disney Magic. And again, here are the wagons. They are going to probably go quickly, I guess, but remember that they will bring them back here to the pier. So if you happen to get off and don't have one, you might just have to wait, you know, a couple of minutes for them to come back.
Yes, because these aren't for the island, these are for the pier. At least from what we're told. So.
And it looks like there's almost nobody really getting off at the back. Everybody's getting off at the front for some reason. They do have a sign here so they can keep kind of traffic rolling. Everybody should stay to the left. Of course, now as soon as you get a little bit of the way down the pier, everybody just spreads out. Just make sure when you're walking, guys, you stay to the left of this line right here. And our first little place here is, I guess this is where a lot of maybe some of the tours meet. You've got a turbot berth over here for charters. And we've got the Mangroves and Go, which looks like a little drink location. And then we have the first and last stand. The first and last chance stand, yeah. So this is going to be your, obviously your first place where you can grab some merch. But it's also your last before you get back onto the ship, so that's kind of cool. And they do have some good, like, themed stuff here. Obviously, you can't get this at Castaway because this is Lookout.
No, thank you. Gotta get the pics for the agency.
And it looks like just right over here is where the tram pickup is. So this is where you're going to go to head to the other side of the island. You certainly could walk, I guess, but it looks like quite the distance to go. We have arrived.
We've arrived.
Okay, so we've made it to the official kind of area here. It took actually almost like 45 minutes from the ship to finally get to this side of the island and get to explore it. So right when you get here, we've got guest services. We have Disney Ting. We have the Rocky Point bicycle rental, which is actually where the Port Adventures check-in location is at. There's a little photo opportunity over here. The easiest way for me to describe this is it's very different than Castaway Cay. Bahamian government had a lot of say in how this was built, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. But don't expect Castaway Cay kind of production or experience. This one is very, very different. We're gonna take our time here. We're gonna walk around and explore a little bit. There are no character meet and greets until about 10:30, 10:45. And just see what there really is to kind of do and see over here. All right, I guess we're gonna go take a look here inside of the shop. Taylor's already heading into there. Oh, they do have some nice Christmas decorations here. I like that, Christmas ornaments. That actually is kind of a nice one. Dang, I do like that.
It is nice. Feels nice. I mean, it would roll up and fit in your bag.
Oh yeah, they've got the 5K stuff here, even though they haven't actually started doing the official 5K yet, which is also really interesting. Some little ornaments, I do like those. I guess these backdrops, these are different Disney characters. This one is Goofy.
We have them on the other side too.
It's our first time, yeah.
Stop watching your videos. You guys were actually the first ones we found and got into watching vlogging videos.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Cool. I just asked if it was this. I can remember if you guys have been through before. First time here. We were here in January. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, you guys too, have fun. So I will say something just to kind of like think of, and I could be totally and completely stupid on this, but as we're walking out that little boardwalk area there's not really a lot of signage to direct you as to like going to Serenity Bay. Obviously, if you just keep following it in some direction, you'll eventually get there. And we've finally arrived to Serenity Bay. There's a little tiny sign here that says this area is for guests 18 years and older. So we finally made it. Not that it took that long to get here, but essentially you do still have to walk through the entire family area. And I think that actually kind of makes sense. Because then that way, if the kids are staying over here and you're going over here to be on the adult side, you're still relatively close to where your kids may be at. Because again, in Castaway Cay, they are totally separated. Now, the other thing though, is that we're gonna walk right past these cabanas, which is great marketing by Disney. You know, essentially like if it's your first time here and you didn't know they have these cabanas, you're walking by, now you think like, oh, next time I come back to Lookout Cay, you know, maybe I'll get a cabana. So we're still not technically like right where we can go get in the beach. That's still a little further ways down. This is interesting. They have a dog relief area here.
Well, some people have service dogs.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. All right, and so after we've crossed the path of the cabanas, we are here at Serenity Bay Barbecue. This is the dining location. It is mostly covered. However, I will say, I think it would be better to have the cover that they had over at the family area. That'd be a little bit nicer, but nonetheless, still plenty of seating it looks like in multiple areas, because it's not just right here and right here. There's actually more seating back behind here.
Side note, you can get your towels as soon as you get off the tram, or if you're just gonna walk around like we are walking around, don't carry your towels. Just get some towels later.
Open already. Oh wow, this sand is like powdered sugar. Well, it looks like there are a lot of people out here already, and I think the drink servers are even going all the way out there to where people are sitting down and getting drinks. but man, is it windy today. Wow. They've got a red flag out there. I'm not sure what that means. Well, Taylor's getting herself checked out there. We are sitting at the Serenity Bay barbecue area. Something that's kind of interesting is that if it's really, really windy out, you're not able to actually put up any umbrellas, which kind of stinks because then you're just baking out there on the beach. Now, it does look like in the kind of like sandbar break area, I don't know what to call it, but basically there's kind of like a seating area in between the bar and the actual beach area. Those umbrellas are up. I haven't seen anybody come by and tell them to put them down, but if you're sitting on the beach directly and it's super windy out, they're going to tell you to put the umbrellas down, which does kind of stink because, especially for me, I just can't stand in the sun.
Be a little crispy.
I'm gonna get burned. So it's 15 minutes till. I'm starving. You know, the downside to breakfast, it was great, but the downside is that you can't get any protein. Yeah, we're hungry. I'm ready for some steak, right? We still have steak here. Is that correct?
I have no idea.
Are they serving steak over here?
Yes, sir.
Still? Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you. We had to get the confirmation that they are still serving steak over here. So it's really nice. It's just like on Castaway Cay. They have servers who are walking the length of the beach, bringing you drinks. So Taylor and I had some really great margaritas. It's kind of a thing that we've now started. So we did it on the last cruise
we
on the Dream.
We did it one time.
So now every time we come to one of the islands, we need to get like a little margarita and just kind of sit and relax and enjoy the sights and sounds of the ocean and the waves. And is it 11:30 yet? We've got some fruits over here. We've got some cookies. Hello, they look amazing. Grilled cheeseburgers, french fries back there, sauerkraut, hot dogs, some chili, grilled chicken. We've got some ribs back there. Baked mac and cheese looks really good. We've got some salads. And over here we've got some more kind of like a salad bar like stuff, coleslaw, potatoes, corn. I saw that. Different stuff, so it looks pretty good. So we have finally got our food, and they actually started serving almost 15 minutes early, which is really nice. So we've got our steak up here. It is cooked to order, which is really great. So they're actually throwing it on the grill while you're standing up there. They're not cooking it ahead of time. They're waiting until you ask for it. So we also got a burger here. Taylor's grabbing me a drink. I would say like so far, like just like looking at the food presentation wise, it's pretty similar to that of Castaway Cay. So it's really great. We're going right in for the steak, everybody. I mean, like that's what you come here for. Yum, 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 yum.
I'm gonna get a video.
I guess this is mine because that one's right there for Taylor. So they are pretty thin, so they cook really quickly. I might just be really hungry, but it is really good. So something else that I haven't really talked about too much, but I did mention in the beginning of the video, is that the food here on the island is included. So you don't have to pay anything extra for that. Again, we see this asked all the time. Do I need to make a reservation? What's it going to cost me? This is included in the price of your cruise, so you don't have to pay anything extra for it. And you can go back up and get as much as you want. If you want like 6 steaks, I don't know if I had asked for 6 of them at the time, but you just go back up and...
Tyler, he's not talking about you.
Yeah, but essentially it's all you can eat. So go back up.
Instructional video.
Right, go back up, get some more, enjoy the day.
We love y'all's videos. We love
Oh, thank you very much.
We recognized y'all at dinner, and the kids were like, I think that's them.
Is this your first time at Lookout, or?
No, my first time at Lookout.
Okay.
And this is our 5th cruise, I believe.
Okay, nice. All right.
Yeah, so we love it.
So after eating lunch, we decided to go and explore a little bit here on the island because, again, we have not been here before, so this was something that we really wanted to
just kind of explore and check out. I mean, most of the time we are going to be spending all of our time at the adult only area, but it is kind of nice to see what the rest of this new private destination for Disney looks like. So the private beach or area here is north to south. The northern part is where Serenity Bay is going to be at. And then basically most of the southern portion of this entire place is going to be for families and kids. So we went to check out the kid play area. There's a lot of adults in there with their kids. Looks really cool. You know, if we had kids, maybe we'd be in there hanging out with them too. Definitely looks, I think, better from a kid's perspective. What this place looks like is probably better than what they have at Castaway Cay, but that's just my opinion. It doesn't require you to actually swim out into the water, and I know probably there's a lot of kids that wouldn't like to do that. Something else that we saw here, which is very different as well, is they have this kind of bohemian parade. It's really meant to symbolize the culture there, and they kind of do this dance. They play all these instruments. It is fun. A lot of people really kind of grouped up to see it, and then they kind of move around in the shopping area here, and you can kind of follow them around and watch. Some of the Disney characters do come out as well. It's not necessarily as much of like a, you know, regulated meet and greet. If you can kind of get in there and grab a selfie, go ahead and do that. But for the most part, they're kind of just free roaming. You get to hang out for a little bit, listen to the music, and kind of see what it's all about. So we actually made our way all the way down to the southern portion here of the beach. The views are absolutely amazing. They look great. This is like destination quality. Like this is what you see in adverts for this kind of stuff. However, you know, a couple of things to take away here is that from like south to north, it's a pretty long walk. Not that anybody's going to be actually doing that, but it is kind of spread out a little bit differently than what Castaway Cay is. So keep that in mind, that you are still going to be walking quite a bit of distance if you are going from Serenity Bay and then coming down to the family area, or, you know, vice versa. But you are also locked kind of on that side unless you're willing to take the tram back over to the ship. You know, I think that's probably one of the biggest things here that a lot of people talk about, is just that it takes so long to get from the ship to the actual beach portion of this place. But as far as views go, I mean, like, you cannot beat just the quality and the beauty that this place has. The wind was absolutely terrible while we were there. I don't know if that's like a regular thing because we've only been there once. We have seen some comments about it, but you know, Disney can't control the weather here. So you have to make the most of your stay while you're here doing the things that you want to do. And if you want to relax on the beach, it might just be one of those windy days that you're just going to have to deal with. Now, no matter where you're going to, whether it's Castaway Cay or Lookout Cay, you got to meet some characters. And of course, that was something that Taylor really wanted to do. So we went over to get in line to do that. Now, what I will say, which is kind of nice, is that it seems like they have the characters mostly meeting in the same general location, pretty close to each other, and they kind of just rotate through pretty quickly from one side or the other. This was in the main family dining area, the best way that I can put that, and we got to meet Minnie and Mickey, but there were also other characters that were meeting as well. And of course, as always with Disney character meet and greets, people were lining up long before they were actually scheduled to meet, so just be aware of that. That the lines do sometimes get long, especially when they first start meeting here on the island. All right, we are heading back to the ship. It's just after 1 o'clock. It's just too hot.
It's
But
hot today.
we do have the first and last chance stand. Taylor, is there any other merchandise you need to buy?
I could buy all of it. Do you know me?